Bonjour and welcome to La French Tech On Air, our European video podcast series on business and technology. In Europe, La French Tech ecosystem is made of 27 communities that are connecting to the French tech startup scene and creating a bridge to European tech movement. My name is Billy Yen. I am a board member of La French Tech Cracovie. I'll be your host and moderator for today. Our guest is Florian Bouron, founder of GemWallet. Florian, welcome.
Thank you, Billy. Very nice to invite me today. Very happy to be here.
It's our pleasure. So let's start a bit with your journey because you have a very interesting journey. Can you tell us a few words about yourself and how did you start with GemWallet?
So a bit about myself. So I'm French. I'm living in Poland. I started to code when I was about 10 years old. So IT is really something like I do appreciate a lot. Yeah. And how I started with GemWallet? Well, I have a little background in banking. I was working for a big bank like some time ago. And like transfer of money, economy is something which interests me as well. And so that's why I started to get interested into like blockchain. And that's also like how I started to work on GemWallet, and that's basically it.
Wow. I mean, I know that is really short description, but knowing you, I know that you really have an extensive background and knowledge, and that I think that's also what brings you to create this startup. So can you tell us more about GemWallet?
Sure. So GemWallet, basically it's a Web3 layer on the XRPL. So the XRP Ledger. So what does a Web3 layer means? So I'm just going to describe it for the people who are listening to it and might not know what it is.
That's what we need.
Sure. So basically you can see like Web3 as a version 3 of the web, which means like right now we are on the version 2. So the social medias and all that kind of stuff where people can interact with each other on the internet. And the Web3 is where you add this other layer, which can be the metaverse or the cryptocurrencies and all that kind of stuff. So the decentralization, for example. Basically, like what happened is that I started from like one day I wanted to look for how to like transfer cryptocurrencies from a person A to a person B in the easiest way possible. Because today, to do that, first of all, you need to choose a blockchain, which might be not easy to do at all. And the fees might be very, very, very high. So this is a big problem. And also it's like not user friendly at all. Like what you need to do, probably the easiest way without GemWallet would be to create an account on an exchange. So you can see an exchange like just a place where you're going to exchange like your fiat money. So for example, USD or Euro or whatever to whatever is a cryptocurrency. And then from this exchange, you could send it to your friend. So it's really like a difficult process. So what I wanted to do is that I wanted to be able to pay on the web with cryptocurrencies with like it's the easiest way possible. So for example, if you're a Mac user, you probably know Apple Pay. If not, you probably know Google Pay. But for example, like when you're in the Apple ecosystem, the thing is that if you want to pay in a store, you're going to use Apple Pay most probably. If you want to pay online with your Mac, most probably you're just going to click on Pay with Apple Pay. So basically you just need to click one time, put your password, and you're done. Yeah, you just paid. You don't need to look for your credit card or anything. And I wanted the same experience with GemWallet, like one click, one pay, and you are done. Though the big problem we have right now with the current system, the fiat system, the banking system, is that, for example, if I want to buy something, like I'm located in Europe, so if I want to buy something, for example, in North America, there are going to be a lot of fees because I will need, first of all, to have dollars, most probably if I want to buy in the US. We need to swap my euros to dollars. So here I have fees, then send these dollars to US, and then I have fees again to send this to a foreign bank, which is not in European Union. So this, like, the fees problem is very big, but the blockchain can solve that. And the other big problem you have is a delay. Like the time the shop is gonna get your money is gonna be very, very long. It's not gonna be like it's gonna be a matter of days. Actually, it's not gonna be a matter of seconds or whatever. So this is a big problem as well. Like if me, I'm selling something to someone who is in North America, like the time I get the money will be like very long. And for a little store, it might be a problem, like to wait for this money to come into my bank account. It's even longer than if someone does a transaction actually in my country. So basically GemWallet brings you all of this in one package, thanks to the XRPL, so the XRP Ledger. And the XRP Ledger is a secure blockchain, which allow you to do fast transfers and at a very cheap cost. Like it's very, very low fees. So it's less than a cent for a payment and between 3 and 5 seconds to do a transfer. So it's pretty quick.
And do you have numbers to compare? Because obviously we know that it can take, a few days or even more. But do you have any numbers to compare with, how much you pay and with GemWallet on XRP compared to regular fiat, for instance?
So for the fiat, like it's a very complicated question. I don't have like a number in head, but like it's a very complicated question because like there is a lot of actors. Like your bank is charging you, MasterCard or Visa is charging you. Like there is a lot of people charging you on the way. While with the XRPL, if you use the XRPL, only the blockchain is gonna charge you. And they're gonna charge you less than a cent of dollar. So it's like really, really cheap. You're not even gonna see it. And the other difference is when you pay with your card on Amazon US, for example, and you're in Europe, well, basically like the person who's gonna pay for these fees is Amazon, right? Because like the person who's selling is gonna take all the fees on them. While on the blockchain, at least today, like on the blockchain, what happened is that the person who is sending the money is going to take the fees on them. So basically you as a customer, you're going to have an extra nothing, like almost nothing, to your bill for sending this money over. So that's how it works.
That sounds really compelling. And how many people you think are currently using GemWallet or similar solution?
Basically, like another thing like which needs to be said is that I've chosen the XRP Ledger because there is a lot of other blockchain for a few things. The first thing is like it's fast. It does payment. Like it's a blockchain which originally is based on payment, so payment system. So this is one thing. So they are fast, secure, and low fees, as I have said. But as well, there is another thing that I want to say is that it's carbon neutral. So this is very important for me. So the thing is like this blockchain is very green. So it's not like, I'm not going to quote like any other blockchain or whatever. We're not here for that. Yeah. But a lot of other blockchain are not like green as can be the XRPL. So now concerning the numbers, well, the thing is that to do like payments, there are not that much blockchain which allows you to do payments natively. They are. For example, like if you think about Bitcoin, that's why Bitcoin was actually invented. So I don't know how many transactions on I don't have the number in my head about how many transactions are done on the XRPL or on the Bitcoin right now. But there are a lot of users like doing this every day. I mean, in terms of money, I mean, it's really a lot.
It's kind of advanced. So I guess it's not the typical person who might, I don't know, from tomorrow, tell me if I'm wrong, but start using this this way of shopping, of purchasing online. So who would be the personal profile of people who are buying right now with these cryptocurrencies online?
Sure. So another thing which needs to be said here is that probably like, I don't know, like probably like a lot of people who are listening to us today, they're probably located in a country where banking is quite advanced, the banking system. Like in Europe or North America, for us, it's pretty easy. Like you just use your card and you pay, and that's pretty much it. But in a lot of countries in the world and some continents, it's actually very complicated to do that. You don't really have card, so you can't pay on the internet. So these users are kind of, if they have internet, the first thing is that it's very difficult for them to pay. So in a lot of country, I know that in North Africa, like a lot of people, what they do is like they use WhatsApp, and what they do over there is that they say like, hey, I'm gonna buy this to you, and like I'm gonna give it to you like tomorrow at this hour. So please prepare the cash. So it's paid by cash. Like you receive your package and you exchange the cash. So this is how they do. Things that they cannot do a payment via the internet because, well, their banking system is not ready for that. So that kind of people could do that. Like they can definitely use cryptocurrencies to do this. Now, if we go back to where you were going at, like, for example, like people in Europe or North America or wherever, where the banking system is actually already advanced, or more advanced, we put it like that. The thing is that, like probably the people who are going to use that kind of technology today are probably the people who are like already using cryptocurrencies or trading them. Because it's a thing to trade your cryptocurrency, but then at some point you need to pay your taxes, right? So depending on what country you are, taxes are very different. But some of these people would like to actually buy something with their cryptocurrency. And today it's very difficult to do this. There's not that much companies who allow you to spend your money. At some point, Tesla was allowing you to buy a Tesla for Bitcoin, right? But the thing was like you had to send you had to transfer it via your from your wallet to another wallet, and it was like a very manual process. Like it wasn't user friendly at all. It wasn't just click pay and tap a password and you're done, like you can do with GemWallet. So for now, I would say there are two kind of users. There are the users which are in countries where the banking system is not that advanced, and the users where they are in a country where the banking system allows you to do some payment on the internet, but you just want to use your cryptocurrency and buy something with it.
And I guess like a lot of people might also wonder, is it safe or is it even safer than paying with your credit card?
So this is a very complicated question. It depends what you mean by safe and all that kind of stuff. But another big difference between a bank and the cryptocurrency, I would say, is that everything you do on the blockchain is visible from everybody. It's public information. So basically, like what you do on the blockchain stays on the blockchain, and everybody can read the blockchain. So if I send you, I don't know, something, a token, which is an equivalent of like $1, this is written on the blockchain forever. So there is no way I can hide this or whatever. So this is one thing. Another thing is that concerning like, is it secure? If you keep your token in your own wallet, there is no third party. So for example, you don't put them in an exchange or whatever. Probably it's like it's very, very, very secure because you don't depend on anyone except you. So if you miss your private key, if you forget it, so if you forget your password, you will never give back your fund. While if you forget the password of your bank, you can probably ask your bank, hey, can you please give me back my password? But if your bank crash, again, it depends a lot on your country, but if your bank crash, you might lose all your money, or they might give you €1 because that's your insurance you're paying for, or I don't know, like it depends really of your contract with the bank. But in the crypto world, well, I would say that if you remember your key and the blockchain is pretty stable, like it's a big thing, you're pretty sure like there will be no problem.
Okay, I mean, it sounds, as you mentioned, a bit more complex, but it seems like it has a lot of advantages. And if we go back to what you said before, you said that it has some advantages for users, but also for sellers. So would it be a good move for e-commerce seller to accept this kind of transaction with crypto?
I think so for different reasons. The first reason is that, you might know, like, for example, like when you cannot send money. I mean, at least in European Union, you cannot send money to any country in the world. This is not true. Like there is some countries which are banned because like they are out of the banking system for X or Y reason. Doesn't matter. With crypto, this doesn't exist. There is no border. We don't care who you are. We don't care where you are from. We don't care about anything. What we care about is like, can you pay? So this is another thing. So for example, if you want to sell a product to all the world, wherever they are, this you can do with crypto. I mean, the payments is gonna be allowed, you know? Okay. So, the payment is gonna pass. So this is one thing. The second thing is like, I think like a lot of people who are in the crypto sphere, they might want really to pay with the crypto, right? So as a store, you are obviously like growing your audience. Like all these guys, if you are like the only person which is selling, let's say, tomatoes, and you can buy it with crypto, I'm pretty sure like all the crypto guys will buy the tomato to you because first of all, it's cool. You are in the trend and well, they can use their crypto. So it's awesome. And another thing for you as a retail, as a shop, right, is that you're not going to have at the end of the month, no one is going to send you fees like, hey, my name is Visa or MasterCard or whoever. And this is how much you owe us for the fees, for taking care of the security and all the network and all of that kind of stuff, right? Or this is the fees for your terminal, or this is the fees for whatever, right? This doesn't exist on the blockchain. Like the person who pays for a transfer of money is the person who is sending it. So you don't have fees on that side, like this doesn't exist. So when the money is into your wallet, you have exactly the money which was paid.
Okay, so I see that there is some economical aspect that could be interesting for companies. Are there today some bigger corporation using crypto already?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, like there are a lot of company like using crypto. There are even like some companies who allowed you to buy things with crypto. Like for example, like I was quoting Tesla. Tesla was doing this at some point. The thing is that I think like what might block some people about crypto is that it's the user experience probably, like as I was saying before. But GemWallet is actually like fixing this gap. With GemWallet, what you have is like on your website, you will have the button pay, and you will just add like the GemWallet APIs, and here you go. Like when the user is gonna click on pay, he's gonna open his GemWallet extension, and he's just gonna pay, send you the transfer, and here you go. That's it. You're done. But this is, I think that's one of the things. Second thing is that probably like regulation, like right now, also regulation are happening. Like this year, a lot of stuff happened in the US, like they started to regulate a lot of things, which I think is good in a way, because like this is not like a gray zone. It's like not gray at all. Like it's just white or black, for a lot of things. So there's still a lot of gray zones, but, like I think like what could like block some stores is this, like the regulation. But on the other hand, like in the US, in some of the states, like if you want to buy marijuana or weed, whatever you call it, like in some of the states, like even if it's legal in these states, like in some of the states in the United States, right? Well, a lot of banks don't want to deal with that because they have their own reasons. They don't want to deal with that. But with crypto, nobody cares. Like you just get your crypto, you pay your taxes out of your crypto, and you're just done. Like there is no third party blocking you. So there are already some stores which are accepting crypto.
I mean, that sounds like really compelling product. And if you guys are using crypto or even on the XRP, feel free to check it out. I want to go back also to your journey as an entrepreneur. You mentioned that you decided to go with Ripple, and now you founded GemWallet. So what was the step? Since the moment when you decided, okay, I have this idea, until now that you launched the product in the market, what was the step and what helped you? What was the obstacle?
So I just want to go back on one thing. Just like I chose to go with the XRPL and Ripple, and XRPL are two different like things. Ripple is a company which use actually the XRPL, and the XRPL is the technology which is actually open source. So now like, so you want to know like how I started the journey. So basically like I was checking like when I started GemWallet, so I wanted to focus on the payment, so only the payment. Right now, GemWallet is more like it's a Web3 layer of the XRPL, one of them at least. For now, it's the only one as far as I know. So I was looking for all the different blockchain which are green, because this is something which is interesting for me. I mean, this is something like it was like a no-brainer. It has to be a green blockchain. It cannot be like using too much energy. And as well, it has to have all these things I already said. So fast, secure, and low fees. So what I've done is like, at some point I saw the XRPL. The XRPL is also something I was very interested like since some time already, like few years. I was holding like some XRP token already since some time. And the thing is that to go back to Ripple quickly, Ripple also is also like, it's a company which really is pushing to the adoption of the XRPL, which is awesome. And they are as well trying to, you know, to make stuff move with banks and stuff like this. So they're really trying to connect the two worlds together. So that's why I really choose the XRPL. So when I started it, I did like a little proof of concept, and I went to the XRPL community. And the guys in the community were, they were just like happy about what could happen with GemWallet. And I started to push features and ask for feedback. And that's how it started.
That sounds pretty cool. Testing directly with the potential users, lean startup way. I think that's the best way to kickstart the project. What was your success so far?
Like one of the success, like recently, GemWallet got awarded from the XRPL grant. So we got like a grant from the XRP Ledger.
Yeah, congrats.
The XRP Ledger. Thank you. So this is like actually like awesome. Like it helped us like to get some fund, and also like it helped us also to be visible to the community. We were also already talking to some people in the community, but thanks to this, like more people came to us with different use cases. So a lot of them were actually about NFTs, and not only about the payments. So now we're talking about integrating GemWallet in a lot of different contexts. So I think like this is the biggest success to see that
it is.
Like there is a market. Like it's not like something which is just like this. Like there is a market. We got the grant, so there is people believing in us, and we are moving forward.
Congrats again. That's amazing. And I'm sure that, the journey is still long. That's what we wish for you. On the other side, I know that the entrepreneur journey is also difficult. Did you have some challenges or fail already in the past that you can, or did you already learn from?
So to focus on GemWallet, so concerning the fail, I would think that one of them is like to don't see big enough. I would say so, because at the beginning, GemWallet was really only about payment, like Apple Pay and PayPal. You mix it together, you add a bit of crypto. Here you go, you have GemWallet. Basically, that's how all of this started. The thing is that a lot of people came to me about NFT projects, like companies doing NFTs for a living. And they were telling me like, hey, like today on the XRPL NFT, like they are not that user friendly. Like right now, actually, there is a new NFT. There is like a new kind of NFT which is gonna be released pretty soon. So basically, I think not seeing big enough. So because of that, like I had to do a lot of refactor, like there were a lot of code to redo. I guess it's a good thing. Like there is a lot of demands and more use case around it.
I believe it's also a luxurious problem to have for every entrepreneur. And so what would be the next step for you now?
Sure. So the next step is that probably in a few days or maybe a week or two, we'll be publishing Web3 authentication with GemWallet. So you will be able to authenticate your wallet. So on the web, so you just click on login on a website. You accept it on GemWallet or refuse it as you want. Just accept only the website you trust. So you just accept the login and here you go. You're logged into a website. Like forget the password, forget the emails. This is like Web 2. We forget about this. We just install GemWallet. We click logged in and we are in. So this is like the next thing we are gonna release. Maybe when you will listen to this recording, it will be already released. You can check this on the Twitter of GemWallet. And the next step after that will be like connecting to the mainnet. Right now it's only on the testnet. So the main network. And after that we will see like there is a lot of stuff on the roadmap, like NFTs, WordPress plugins to help people to just install GemWallet in one click on the WordPress e-commerce, WooCommerce, for example, or whatever.
That sounds very promising. I mean, all of this I know that has a lot of advantages. For some of our audience, might be also a bit complicated. So I really invite you to check GemWallet or to ask information. Check out also or contact directly Florian if you want to know more about it. We don't have that much time, so we're going to wrap up soon. Florian, do you have more comments or things maybe that you want to add that we didn't have time to discuss yet?
I think that if you want to, if you're interested in cryptocurrencies, also XRPL, or just would like to know how to integrate crypto into your website, so accepting payment, or I don't know, doing some NFTs. There are use cases, for example, recently on the XRPL, there are in some country, when you buy some real estate, your real estate goes the paper telling that you own the real estate goes to the country, right? But it also goes to the XRPL. So you can do a lot of things with NFTs. So anyways, if you want to have any payment of cryptocurrencies in your website, or any XRP, any NFT use case, feel free to contact GemWallet.
Go GemWallet, go Web3. Thank you, Florian. It was a great conversation. You had an amazing journey. I hope that everyone who listened or watched could see that. If you have more questions, contact Florian or follow GemWallet on social media. That's all for today. It was an episode of La French Tech On Air. You can see all the other episodes on our YouTube channel and on LinkedIn. You can follow us on social media to be updated about the next ones. That's all for today. Au revoir et à bientôt. Bye bye.